For 35 years, no one stepped inside the old wooden barn. Neighbors thought it was just a run-down tool shed. Over time, vines grew over the doors, dust sealed the cracks, and the entire building seemed to disappear into the landscape. But one day, a man bought the property at a forgotten estate sale. He wasn't looking for anything special, just land. When he finally forced open the barn doors, what he found inside made his jaw drop. Beneath dusty tarps and spiderwebs, under a thick coat of grime, sat a legend. At first, he thought it was just an old car, but the more he looked, the more unbelievable it became. There it was, a red 1963 Ferrari 250 GTO, completely untouched for decades. Only 36 of these machines were ever built. Most of them are either in museums or locked away in billionaire garages. This one was thought to have been lost in a crash during a race in the 1960s. But it wasn't. Destroyed, it was hidden. The car's VIN number matched one last documented racing at Le Mans. It turns out, the previous owner had been a test driver for Ferrari North America. After retiring, he moved to the countryside, locked the car away, and never spoke of it again. No one in the family even knew it existed. A team of Ferrari specialists was called in immediately. As the dust settled and the details became clearer, so did the value. Even in its current state, the chassis was pristine. The original V12 engine was still mounted under the hood. The leather interior, though cracked and faded, was factory auth. Tucked in the glove box were racing notes, tuning sheets, and a letter signed by Enzo Ferrari himself, praising the driver for his performance. This wasn't just a car. It was automotive history frozen in time. The restoration process was painstaking. Every part had to be documented, cleaned, and sometimes rebuilt using original methods. They didn't want to change the car, they wanted to wake it up. The paint was carefully color-matched to the original factory red, down to the exact hue. When they finally turned the engine over, it coughed, rumbled, and roared. That sound hadn't echoed since 1989. But now, it was alive again. The car made its grand return at the Pebble Beach Concours. Security was tight. No one could believe it. It was like seeing a ghost. Cameras clicked non-stop. Ferrari engineers verified the VIN, the engine number, the race history at all. The story of the lost GTO had been circulating for decades, and now it sat gleaming on the grass in front of thousands. One collector offered $30 million on the spot. Another raised it to $45. Before the night was over, a mysterious overseas buyer reportedly offered $52 million, but the current owner declined. He said it wasn't about the money. He wanted to preserve the story, the mystery, and the history. For him, it was never just a car, it was a time capsule. Today, that Ferrari 250 GTO remains one of the rarest and most valuable barn finds in history. It's not just the price tag that shocks people. It's the idea that something this iconic could have been hidden in plain sight for decades. From a forgotten barn in the countryside to one of the world's most famous automotive stages. This is more than a car story. It's a legend, and it might never happen again.